and welcome to Miami Event Decor channel. Today no balloon, we're in the garage, so we're gonna build a 3D layered rainbow arch. Yeah, that's another challenge Anna gave me, and I'm gonna show you how I'm building it. So I'm gonna give you this for free. You can download it directly on our website. I'll give you the link under the description. It's gonna help you trace everything before you cut. You're gonna need a tool to trace the arches. I decided to make my own one. It's just a piece of wood that I cut. I made a hole here, and then at 9-inch, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So I can put a pencil through it. And here I'm just gonna put a screwdriver so it can hold. So once I have this, I'm gonna be able to look for one dimension, let's say 24 to start with, and here I'll be able to simply trace the arch. So I took a 4x8 panel that I asked in Home Depot to cut in half. It didn't cut exactly in half. This is 24. It cut just before. So actually I'm not gonna be inside the seam when it's cut. So I'll be right here for a perfect hold. I'm gonna put the pencil on 15. So here I'm holding my screwdriver. I make sure it's very visible, and I have my arch right here. So I'm gonna do, I said 15 is done, so 12 and 9. Perfect. And 9. Okay. So now all I need to do is trace the end of the lines. All right. Make sure it's all good. There you go. And now all I need is trace. This is gonna be the longest job, I believe, is to trace. So you can see all lines traced. Okay, so that's the part where I cut all the straight line. Okay, so now we have this part to cut. We've cut half of it. Now it's time for sanding. Okay, so for the next part, we're gonna draw and cut some little stairs, just like that, to help to hold the structure of all the arch. All right, so from the floor, I'm gonna measure, and you follow this. So we need 14.5 by 15, and we need 10 times. So I'm gonna do 6 times on this one. Alright, I don't know if we see good, but I did some marks on everything that I'm gonna remove. I'm gonna cut this part off. You might be thinking, why are we not building one and have a second one here already? Well, for the simple reason that my jigsaw cannot go like this. I'm gonna have to cut squares and then cut by line to reach the corners of the stairs, and then just cut the rest. So these will be spared. Okay, so now we have 2 of the panels we need. We're gonna get rid of this part and this part. See, we'll stop right at the angle, and we're gonna do the same horizontally after. Okay, so we have now 2 panels ready. Here is our 2.5 inches high, and this is another 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So we have 14.5 by 15. All these are 3. So I got 2 panels. I'm gonna repeat the process for the 4 more, another 4 more, and I'll see you after. Okay, so if you've done it so far, you should have 10 like this. That's a lot of work, but if you do it nicely, you'll be pretty happy with your job. Okay, and you got 10 pieces exactly like this. Okay, so let's assemble it. I made these stand before I nailed it. Alright, so I position my first arch. I just put these straight so they hold the arch. And now I'll make sure this is exactly at the end, exactly perpendicular, a right angle, and now I can come and I'm going to do the same over there and then in the middle. And I'm gonna do, no, I don't want to put at the end yet, but I'm gonna put close to the end. All right, I'm gonna show you a little close up so you see better. So I'll put some liquid nail here. I'm gonna apply it from the end. Make sure here's the line. Love exceed. And then I come to make sure you give some different angles so it holds better. Most important is this is fully flat, because this is gonna be the junction with the second part. Okay, so here's a better view. So we are on the top here, just at the junction. So it's gonna go like this, and we make sure this is very flat. These two, all of them, and up to here. And I'm leaving the end just in case I have some kind of difference. I might trim it all together. So this is what happens when we have a small difference in the cuts, but it's fine. We're gonna fix this. That's why we start from that end over there. Much better. Look at this. Now it's all gonna be super flat. So here's our first part. We have done a great job. Of course it doesn't hold by itself because you need the two pieces. It's gonna need the sandbag on the bottom. Let's build the second part and then we'll do the walls. But so far, I'm pretty happy with my job. I'm sure you're happy with yours. Alright guys, now I'm gonna do the left part and we meet right after for the wall. Okay, so we now have the two parts and we're gonna put them together, and we gonna build up a little system to make them very close. We're gonna screw them together with a little system of screw and bolt. Okay, so from the top, all the arch are at the same level, which is perfect, and we're gonna make sure that the arch look as seamless as possible. So we're gonna use close. Simply gonna drill. We're gonna use this easy system of screw bolts and washer. Just like this. So we're gonna press and make sure they hold very good. All right, I'll make another one. And after I'll make another one on the bottom here. You can have much, but this is all much shorter. It's just that this one I have right here available. Okay, as promised, we're gonna do 1, 2, and the third one. Obviously, when the drill comes out, it messes up a little bit the wood, but it's fine. Again, you don't have to have these big 3 inches. Tomorrow I'll buy some other ones and I'll replace them. Guys, what do you think? Isn't it marvelous? All right, let's have a look a little closer and look at the imperfections, because there are lots. I mean, there are lots. The one thing is we do have a small separation that is gonna fade out with the color, and I'm gonna here, well, we're gonna have the walls. So once we have the walls, we're gonna be able to sand a little bit and make sure that everything looks much better. And this is from the back. So here is the junction that we connected with these screws. What you see here is the excess of liquid nail, so it's in the back, it's good. And what we're gonna have is here on the bottom some room for any sandbag you wanna put, or any blocks, or a bag of bricks, whatever you feel like. So this is what it looks like from behind. I'm gonna do the outside and all the walls inside. I'm not gonna do any panel on the back for the two reasons. First reason is you need to buy an extra panel, you need to cut, that's a lot of work. And the second reason is it's gonna make this heavy, much heavier. So I'm not gonna do that. I want me, Anna, anybody else who's gonna do a pickup to be able to lift this with no difficulties. Plus, if you add a panel in the back, it's less room to fit up in the car. Let me know if you want to put it back and why you do. So next step, we're gonna do the walls. All right, guys, time for the walls. So for the walls, I'm using the thinnest I found in Home Depot, which is, this is what I have. It's 2.7 millimeters thin. It's bendable, but not so much. First off, I'm doing this way on this side so you can see better. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna slowly push. Make
make sure nothing happens. Need to align it. There we go. Once we are sure it's aligned over there, I can Okay, so this is the view from the top. As you can see, we see a little bit of liquid nail. It's aligned, but sometimes because it bends or because it doesn't, because the nail, the thin nail with the machine doesn't hold, we're gonna put a nail like this. So I'm gonna put some more. It's gonna be inside. We're not gonna see it once it's painted. So here on the inside, all right. So after putting some liquid nails, some nails, and after waiting just 10 minutes actually, here is our first wall. It's not perfect, but once it's dry and we can paint it, not gonna see anything, guys. Hopefully just the nail gun will be enough. Align with the edge. This for now. I may cut it, or I'll see if I do the seam a little further. I have a little bit of gap here, so actually I forgot to put the inside rim. Looks good. Okay, so after you've done the 3 inside part, that's what you should have, like a nice stair.
All right, this is the last part. We're gonna finish the walls and we're gonna sand it all and paint. So right now we're finishing the walls and I'm gonna show you how I cut the walls. Obviously you can use your circular or jigsaw. I chose to use just a simple cutter. Well, this kind of thing, like, it's $5 and comes with a bunch of blades. So I use this like this. So I took measurements of 3 inches, which is the difference we have on every step, and I'm gonna cut long bends of 3 inches on this what is it called? Utility plywood. We cut some long bends of 3 inches wide, and see how flimsy they got. I mean, they are.
So here's our first complete wall. Up. I'll just need to cut at the end.
Alright, we're done with the walls. I'm just gonna cut whatever is too long, and then we'll be done with the hard work. Okay, have a closer look. I just take something straight put it here. I'm just gonna make small cut and then simply breaks out. Doesn't matter if it's beautiful or not. And then I take sandpaper. It is not perfect, it won't be perfect, but I want it to be as nice as possible. Okay, so now for the outside, I'm gonna have a panel that is 15 wide. It's gonna cover our 14.5 plus half of the last step. So here we are on the other side, and this is the smallest arch. And I want to reinforce it. So for this, got a little piece of wood, 2 sides. And I'm going to put it right between my 2 panels. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Plus, I'm going to add one here in the middle to hold my panel. A little bit of liquid nail, and we're good to go. There you go. So our structure is pretty good. Now I just need another one here so I can put my panel. It is as pricey. All I need to do is put some liquid nail. Okay, so here it is. I gathered the 2 parts. Now I'm going to show you what I did on the outside of the box. The arch. Look. All nice, ready to be painted. So it is not perfect, but it's ready to be painted for the client. It's going to be all white. So let's change and put some old clothes for the painting. Now we're ready to paint. I'm gonna take some protection, some brush and some paint. It's a lot of work painting, way more than I thought. But anyway, this video was to show you how we actually do the work to build this 3D layer rainbow arch. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can do the same at home for your business. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. I'll be here to answer them all. I have all the tools, all the link to the plans, everything in the description. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to Miami Event Decor channel. See you later.